Dragon Age Origins was rated M for mature by the ESRB and contains blood, intense violence, language, partial nudity, and sexual content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Now that we're back at the camp, I want to talk about what happened at Redcliffe.
What's on your mind?
I just wanted to thank you. You went out of your way to save the Isle's family, and you did it. Even though it would have been easier not to. There's been so much death and destruction. It makes me feel good that at least we were able to save something. No matter how small. I owed the Isle that much.
You're welcome.
Good. Now that the warm, fuzzy part of the day is over with, we can get back to the ritual dismemberments. Oh wait, it's not Tuesday, is it?
It's actually Wednesday. At least when I'm recording this. I don't know if this will go up on a Wednesday or not.
Something on your mind?
I have some questions.
Of course.
What can a Templar do exactly?
Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
So, couldn't others learn these talents?
Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put two and two together.
So you were addicted to this lyrium?
Thankfully, no. You only start receiving lyrium once you've taken your vows. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templars' talents more effective. Or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me. Something on your mind?
I have some questions.
Of course.
Can you teach others to be a Templar?
Others, yes. But not yourself. I need someone who's trained first as a warrior. It's as much about discipline as anything. I guess if I'm going to give up Chantry secrets, I may as well go all the way. Send whoever you want trained to me in camp, and I'll see what I can do.
Boy, oh boy!
Something on your mind?
I have some questions.
Of course.
Tell me about the Grey Wardens.
Such as they are.
I think I already have gone through all of these.
About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough.
So...
Something on your mind?
I have questions.
Of course.
How did you become a Grey Warden?
Same way you did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already, have you?
If you don't want to answer, then say so.
I never meant it that way. Don't be like that. Let's see. I was in the Chantry before. I trained for many years to become a Templar, in fact. That's where I learned most of my skills.
You don't seem like the religious sort.
You're telling me I was banished to the kitchens to scour the pots more times than I can count. And that's a lot. I can count pretty high. The Grand Cleric didn't want to let me go. Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did. I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky.
Why did the Grand Cleric want to keep you?
I wondered that myself. It's not as if she valued me highly. I think she just didn't want to give anything to the Grey Wardens, is all. The Chantry didn't lose much. And I think I can do more fighting the Blight anyhow, rather than sitting in a temple somewhere. I'll always be thankful to Duncan for recruiting me. If it hadn't been for him, you know, I wouldn't have.
He was a good man.
He was. A good man who didn't deserve his fate. That much I'm sure of. Come on, let's go. I think I'm done talking.
Alright. That's, I think we bothered Alistair enough.
I'm here for you.
We need to talk.
Of course.
What will you do when this is all over?
I have not given this a lot of thought. What will I do? We've traveled far and wide. Does it need to end?
It's so wonderful to hear you say that.
There's so much out there. Adventures to be had and stories to be told. I want to be part of it all. I might need some company. And you're not too irritating. You're welcome to come along if you like.
I would love to.
It is settled then. You and I wandering the world, seeking our fortunes. I can't wait. I'm here for you. Of course.
You a travelling minstrel. Do you have tales to share?
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Tell me about Darkspawn.
Chantry law says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In ages past, the mages of the Tevinder Imperium ruled much of the world we know. In their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin. And it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it forever. The Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris.
I think that's enough for now. Let's just move on. Win.
So, tell me, how did you become a Grey Warden?
I was tainted, and only the joining could save me.
Then you became a Grey Warden out of necessity. But Duncan must also have seen something special in you. The Order does not take in recruits just to save their life. You must be proud to be able to represent your tribe and the Dalish as a Grey Warden.
I just hope that I can show the strength Duncan saw in me.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be.
Win approves, +3.
I must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
It means I've been chosen to do something important.
There's that, of course. But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing Darkspawn and saving the world from the Blight. Ultimately, being a Grey Warden is about serving others. About serving all people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
You mean to say I serve as a protector?
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men. And you guard them because their continued existence is more important than you are. Thus
Gross.
It is you who serves, not they.
I suppose that makes sense.
A good king, a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this, who believes that he is entitled to his power, who abuses it and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
I don't want power. I've never wanted it.
If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have power, influence, and strength, your every action will be as a drop of water in a clear, still pond. The drop causes ripples, and ripples spread. Think of how far they will go, how wide they will become, how will they affect the pond. But I've lectured enough for today. I should stop before I wear out my welcome. You're quite taken with each other, aren't you?
Yes, quite.
I've noticed your blossoming relationship, and I wanted to ask you where you thought it was going. Leliana is a remarkable girl, sincere and guileless, and she has opened her heart to you. I would not like to see her hurt.
What about me? Not worried about me getting hurt?
I am worried about you both. There is great potential for tragedy here. Love is ultimately selfish. It demands that one be devoted to a single person who may fully occupy one's mind and heart to the exclusion of all else. A Grey Warden cannot afford to be selfish. You may be forced to make a choice between saving your love and saving everyone else. And then what would you do?
What am I supposed to do? Tell Liliana to go away?
You may have to save one or both of you unnecessary anguish later on.
So I should inflict pain now and to avoid it later? Great logic.
I have given my advice. Do with it what you will.
Unsolicited. And I also don't believe that when you love someone, it has to be at the exclusion of all others. Like, there's only room in your heart for that one person. I don't believe that at all. I think Wynn is full of shit. You know, I think that's a harmful mindset to have. Because, yes, you have your partner who you're with, and sure, that can be a exclusive relationship romantically, but they're not the only person you're going to love, ever. Because this is not the place for this conversation, but just know where I stand. Wynn's full of shit.
What's on your mind?
Are you feeling better now?
Oh, yes, and thank you for asking. I'm feeling much better today.
Please let me know if there's anything I can do.
Well, thank you for your kindness, my dear. It certainly warms these rickety old bones. What's on your mind?
Nothing. I shouldn't have disturbed you.
It is no trouble.
The only, gift that Wynn... oh. Wynn likes the wine? But the stuff that literally just says wine. I thought I had some. Because the stuff that's very specifically labeled is, other things. Sten. Alright, you're at 100. Oh, that's Alistair, sorry. Sten, you got lowered, so you like art.
Unexpected. Thank you.
96. I don't remember if the Rose of Orlais is a thing for Sten. Zevran. I don't think I have anything for you yet. 1,000 apologies, my friend. Hurley. Oh, he's a good boy. He gets it no matter what. 100, actually, 97 warm. It's 100 warm. So he knows that we're not, like, gonna be a thing. Okay. Ooh, massive strength. Alright. Right. Hey, Harley. Hi, buddy. He's a good boy. He's my best boy. Alright, let's form up.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Okay, you know what? Let's... Flemeth's Hut. I'm not ready to do that yet. We're supposedly in Redcliffe. Let's go to Honnleath.
Darkspawn, destroy the beast. Come, you can do better than that. There's your weakness.
Uh-oh. That glitch is happening again.
As you wish.
Weird. Oh, that's not good.
Of course. Come and get it!
You're getting sloppy.
All right, battle it is then.
It's either you or me, and it isn't gonna be me.
Watch out!
Another
As
point.
you wish. Have at you!
Oh,
Back!
on it.
Let's get
I
started.
never liked this part.
On it. This should be
All right,
easy enough.
battle it is then.
Right.
Right.
Oh, wow.
As you wish.
Oh, Jeebus.
As you wish.
You had it coming! Stay still!
On it. This should be easy enough.
Achievement unlocked, Grey Warden.
You sure I'm worried?
Right. Let's get started. This should be easy enough. On it. This should be easy enough. On it. Let's get started. Right. A little frantic? Ha! I can see why.
I think we work well together.
This should be easy enough.
Here's our golem, I assume. Statue appears to be inert.
It looks like a golem, doesn't it? An actual golem, and not a statue at all. I wonder how it ended up here, of all places.
On closer inspection, you see the statue is embedded with numerous crystals. Some of them are cracked, maybe of dwarven make. Dulefka. Nothing happens. Apparently the rod is not working, or the code word is incorrect. Well. Villager. We saw a chest that needed a key that for some reason I couldn't pick the lock of. Actually, notes. Nothing quest related, but Article 231, a note from the Honnleath Village Council. Mistress Matilda, the council has unanimously agreed to put you in charge of the decorations for Honnleath's upcoming harvest festival. We all adored what you did with the village for the winter solstice. As usual, the statue must be adorned with items that capture the essence of the season. Iris kindly offered the use of her wide-brimmed straw hat with the berries and daisies and would love to see it on the statue. Farmer Goodman will also donate some of his baby pumpkins. We think a garland of small pumpkins and ribbons draped about the statue's shoulders would be lovely. Whatever you decide will be splendid, I'm sure, and we are all looking forward to it. Councilman Murray. Oh dear. That's... oh. Eh. We have a cheese knife. Nope, not good enough. Huh. Alright. Alright, that's fine. So, there. Well, that's sorted. Back up through. So... Sheesh. What a mess.
Right.
Pardon me? That's not reassuring.
As you wish. Let's get started. This should be
Can't summon the bear yet, but got my wolf.
I'll try to be merciful.
Let's get started. As you wish. Let's get started.
Oh. Oh. winery.
This should be easy. This should be easy enough. This should be easy enough. This should be easy enough.
I never liked this song.
Let's get started.
Come and get it. Show me what you've got.
Let's get started.
You ever wonder why somebody has dungeony stuff in their basement? Like a, you know, like a torture dungeon. Decades old letter. Where did that fall in? Article 237. A decades-old letter. Madam, I can assure you that the Circle of Magi is not a sacrilegious institution, and that, indeed, we operate under the supervision of the Chantry. It would make our investigation of your husband's death much easier if you would simply cooperate with us. I am disappointed to hear that you sold the golem's activation rod. I understand that both it and your husband were of invaluable aid to King Marek during the war against Orlais. Without the rod, we cannot discern whether Willem's golem was responsible for his murder. The golem will simply have to remain where it is unless the villagers can find a means to destroy it. Our condolences to you and your son for your loss. I imagine it is of little consolation to you, but your husband is much admired and will be missed. May God keep you, First Enchanter Arlen. Huh. Curiouser and curiouser things are getting. Don't you think so?
By the Maker, we're saved!
You weren't sent by the ban, were you? To save us?
No. I'm looking for whoever owned that statue outside.
The statue outside? Why would... Oh, I think I see. You bought the control rod, didn't you? You came here looking for Shale. That damnable golem brought us nothing but trouble. My mother sold the rod years ago after it killed my father, and good riddance.
Killed your father? What do you mean?
My father's name was Wilhelm, mage to the Isles of Redcliffe and a hero in the war against Orlais, and what did he get? One day, my mother found him outside the tower, with so many broken bones she could barely recognize him, and Shale standing over him just like it is now. My father deserved better than that. But if you really want to wake Shale up, well, it's yours now.
Except the rod doesn't work. Nothing happens.
My mother might have passed along the wrong command phrase when she sold the rod. She said she never wanted to see Shale active again. Look, I'll tell you the command phrase, but I'll need your help first. I know you already saved my life, and I'm grateful, but my daughter is inside the laboratory. She was afraid and ran too far in before I could stop her. I don't know how she made it past my father's defenses. One of the men tried to go after her. He was killed, but you could find her, couldn't you?
How do you even know she's still alive?
I don't, it's true. I'm terrified that something's happened to her and she's lying in there, injured. I can't leave here until I know for certain. Surely you can understand that.
What killed the man who went after her?
There are defenses my father put down here to keep strangers out. I knew about the barrier, I had the key for that, but the rest of it, well, we never came down here. Ever.
I'll see if I can find her.
You will? Thank the Maker! My father's laboratory is just past the next area, I think. She has to be there.
Oh boy. I'm gonna cut it off here, I think. Because I think the next part gets kind of long. And I will see you in the next episode where we go into Wilhelm's laboratory to save Matthias's little girl. And then we get the right word for the control rod, and then we get the super cool rock construct. But I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.